Hi, I'm Steve Bann and welcome to Lesson 2 of our 7-part series from Pure Golf Training on the 5 laws of impact. In this 7-part series, what we're going to learn is to control the club through impact, and in doing that we're going to end up with ultimate control over where the ball goes. So I don't ever want to hear how do I fix my slice, or how do I fix my pull shot or my push shot or my miss hit. What I want to hear is how do I learn to hit a draw shot? How do I learn to hit a fade shot? How do I learn to hit a high shot? Once we learn to control impact through the 5 laws, we can hit whatever shot we want. So you don't want to be out there trying not to do something. You want to be out there trying to create a shot and understanding how that shot can be created through understanding the 5 laws of impact. The 2 we're doing today is face and path, the most important 2. Face is actually 4 times more influential than the path. Now what that means is that wherever the club face is pointing, the ball is going to end up predominantly going in that area. This is where I've travelled the world over coaching and talking to golfers, is when they hit a slice, for instance, the ball goes out to the right. So rather than correcting the club face, their natural reaction seems to be that they try and fix it with the path. So they swing further left if they're a right-hander. So the further left they swing it, the ball goes further to the right, because the one thing that is 4 times more influential than the path is the club face. So what we need to learn to do is control the club face. Now I'm going to hold this club face up. So if I was facing a clock, it would be at 12 o'clock. The leading edge would be at 12 o'clock. Now that would mean that that ball is going to head to 9 o'clock. So if I put that down on the ground, if the leading edge is at 12 o'clock, that ball is definitely going to go towards 9 o'clock. Even if I swing to the left or swing to the right, the ball's going to listen to the club face. So once we understand the club face, then we need to understand how do we control that club face. And basically the club face is controlled primarily through the rotation of the arms. So if I rotate my arms to the right, my left arm to the right, that means I'm looking at that leading edge now. It's pointing to about 1 o'clock. So what would happen is if I made contact in that position, that ball is going to head out to the right. It can't go anywhere else. So if I rotate my arm to the left, now that leading edge is pointing to 11 o'clock from where I'm looking as the golfer. If I make contact in that position, the ball is going to head out to the left. So regardless of what I do with my swing, the ball is always going to listen to the club face. So what I want you to do in this lesson is learn to control the club face. I want you to hold the club face out in front of you with the leading edge pointing at 12 o'clock. And then I want you to rotate it to the right so it's at 1 o'clock, back to 12 o'clock, rotate your arms to the left so it's pointing to 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And then I want you to start having little swings back and through, and bring it back so it's at 1 o'clock, bring it back so it's at 11 o'clock, bring it back so it's at 12 o'clock. And the only thing that you're changing is the rotation of your forearm. So in your mind's eye, you're sensing where that leading edge is. Now, if I can get a slicer, and I've done this hundreds of times, somebody who's sliced their whole life, and the moment I give them this lesson and we do these little drills where 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and I get them to start to hit some golf shots and say, okay, now just rotate your arms and bring the club back to 11 o'clock. The very first swing, the ball goes left and sometimes even draws further left. And they go, how did I do that? Well, for the first time in your golfing life, you controlled the club face. Okay, so today we've done club face is 4 times more influential than the path. In lesson 3, we're going to talk about combining the path and the face, and I'm going to have you hitting the ball straighter and with more control than you've ever thought possible.